Yo, what's good everybody? I hope you're all doing well. Before we get started, I just want to say that this video is literally mainly at beginners. So if you're like a seasoned Claudio, this video will not matter to you whatsoever. I'm just going to talk about how to improve when you're starting out as Claudio, because I know a lot of people are new to the game, new to Tekken, and want to pick up Claudio. So I'll start off by saying this game, Tekken in general, takes a very long time to get good at, and I'm saying 6 months to a year to feel like you're probably a decent good player. One thing I'll let you know is you'll never feel good enough. That's just the way Tekken works. You've even got the best players. So you have your current world champion Aslan Ash. Even he will tell you that he's always got room for improvement. You'll never feel like you've completed the game. Basically, it's impossible. It's just not that sort of game. Does take a very, very long time, and you will get very wound up with the game because you feel like you're just going to lose all the time, and that's part of the learning process. I started Tekken back in 2018. I'd say it took me about 6 months to get decent and start winning properly, and then I'd say middle of 2019 is where I started to get really good and start winning tournaments, and I'd say probably 2020 is where I started to become at the up near my best. And I started to master Claudio a lot better than what I had done in the past, and then obviously I just progressively got better, but there's still a lot of room for improvement for me. So we'll start off by saying what you should be doing is, first thing to do is learn your character before you learn anything else. So what you should do is go into the practice mode, go into move list, go to all techniques, and just go through every single move in this move list. Just familiarize yourself with all the moves. Don't worry about what they do. Just worry about what the input is for that move, and what it does. Don't worry about frames or anything like that. This is a long period. Like, it takes a long time for this. Just start off simple. Learn what the moves do. For instance, if we select a move, I'm gonna go random. I'll pick this move. So we see down back, and for me it would be the X button on the PS5 controller. Does this? It's a low. You hit him with a low. And then you just pick another move, this move, and just go through all the move lists. You want to figure out what it does, where it hits, if it's a higher, mid, low, what it does on counter hit, try that. If it gives you starburst, what does starburst moves do? So for instance, I know a move that gives starburst is this one. So if you do this input, you have starburst, and then you want to find out what is, I think it tells you down there at the bottom. It's during starburst, where he has a blue hand. What can you spend that on? Let's, for instance, this move. You can spend it on that, and that does that. So learn your move list first. That's what I'd say. Familiarize yourself with what the buttons do. Then I would go on to combos. They have added combo challenges for you. I've completed a few just to show you that they get progressively harder the more you do. They're still very simple. They're not optimal. Don't worry about that. They're easy. The combos, the damage. What you need to realize is a lot of people will be learning, the new players, for instance, if they're not a Claudio player and they're a Jin player, they'll be learning Jin. They won't be learning Claudio. So the combos and the stuff that you do against them, they probably won't know, as well as the stuff that they're doing against you, you probably won't know. But that's fine. That's how the game starts. You're just going to be testing each other. So then I'd learn your combos. If you want to check out my guide, there's some better combos on there. Or if you want to search for a combo guide, because I haven't done one yet, but I will be doing one. There's more combos there if you want to challenge yourself a bit more. Then I'd learn punishment. What that is just learn what your punishment tools are. Don't need to learn what other characters' punishment, what you need to punish. Just learn what they are. So if you're like, you figure something out, you're going to replays, you see some things -10, you know you need to jab. You need to jab. You need to forward 2-2, or you think, oh, hang on a minute, that's launch. You need to launch. Just realize what these buttons do and what input they have in the game. From there on out, you want to stick to this sort of stuff and learning, get this muscle memory built into your head before you start learning other characters. Then what you need to do is, once you feel like, right, I know my combos, I know my punishment, I know what my moves do, you probably want to start looking at setups, frame traps. So if you like this move, for instance, if I put the character on block, you are +4, and if you've gone through your move list, hold on, I'll put that on block as well. If you've gone through your move list you know that anything 14 frames or faster, so anything from 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, will beat what your opponent's going to do if they don't know the matchup. So you're like, oh, hang on a minute, this will counter hit launch if they press, which will look like this. So I block the forward 4, I mash, and I get counter hit launched. Learn setups like this, frame trap setups. Then you want to learn how Claudio's probably played a bit better. So you want to learn, I'd say, try to figure out your moves that are in the range of +1 to -4, such as jabs. I'll put it on block again. Jabs, forward 4, up forward 3. Not wildering 2, but this is a good move to get them towards the wall. Anything that leaves you just minus down 4, down 2, 2, and then you want to learn how to move after these moves, because sidestepping in Tekken 8 is very, very strong. And if you're only just minus or only just plus, like back 4 when you're only just plus, people will want to press after these moves. This is where you want to start sidestepping and making them whiff. And then that's when you can start implementing your launches and stuff like that. So that's probably where you want to go with that, is learning how to do the movement part of it and how to set yourself up in the game. Then you want to learn probably how to like pressure the opponent. Now Claudio's not the best for pressuring, but you can like wire in 2 people to the wall, and then this is where you want to implement sidestep 4, sidestep back 1, down forward 3, 3, 1, anything like this, as well as using your starburst moves and stuff like your down 1, 2, while standing 1, 2, if I can do it, and then even down back 1+2. Any of these moves, you want to just, start pressuring your opponent a little bit at the wall, and then you'll sort of feel really comfortable with Claudio. You feel like, I know my punishment, I know my combos, I know my pressure tools, I know my setups. That's probably when it's time to go into practice mode. Grab a character, for instance, as I've seen her, go through a move list, see what you can duck, see what you can punish, see what you can step, and just rinse and repeat. It takes a long time to learn every single character, a very, very long time, and you will never learn everything about a character. There's probably always going to be something where you're like, oh, hang on a minute, can I do something about that? Even now when I play, I'm like, let's say I'm playing a character I know really well is Hwoarang, for instance. I really know how to fight against Hwoarang. Even sometimes I play Hwoarang and I'm like, hang on a minute, what did he just do? There's always something that you're going to learn, and it just takes a long time. Do not get frustrated and quit the game because you're losing all the time, because that stops. If you just stick to the game, that stops, and there's no harm in losing. We all lose, I lose, the best players lose, and there's no harm in losing whatsoever. Just take your time with the game, enjoy it. Claudio has one of, if not the smallest move list, and is very simple in terms of execution, like doing stuff. So it will be a lot easier with Claudio, for instance, to learn stuff. Take your time, enjoy it, and yeah, I hope you learned something. I hope you stick to the game, and I hope Claudio's the character for you. Thanks for watching. See you in a bit.